Hello, everybody. This is lesson number 49. Don't poison yourself. There's an old saying, being angry at somebody else, hating someone else is like drinking poison and expecting them to die. This is why in many traditions, anger, resentment, jealousy, those are called sins. They pollute the body, they pollute you, and they hurt you. I don't care what method or mindset or tradition you have, those are sins because they hurt you. When you are eaten up, and they even say eaten up by jealousy, there's a lot of old words and ways of looking at things that as I learn more, I'm going like, wow, they kind of had it right um, all along. I was looking at some physics things and they talked about perhaps time being a dimension. Before the Big Bang there was no time, and I thought, wow, people, that's, and people have always said, well, before, this, before the start of time, and I went, wow, that's kind of interesting in old literature, before the start of time, and actually time might not have started. And that's kind of off the topic, but um, yeah, simply don't poison yourself. Don't get angry with someone else and poison yourself. Don't hurt yourself thinking that's going to get back at somebody else. And there's a lot of children that cut themselves, and I guess adult people cut themselves and harm themselves. They punch doors and break their hands. They punch windows. They cut themselves. They drink too much and get drunk, and then they know they're going to have terrible headache. And I don't know if there's some sick, twisted thing going on where they hopefully get in such a bad state that someone feels sorry for them and notices their pain and actually does something about it. It could be like a person's on has 5 units of pain, and that's not enough for your parents to notice. So you go cut yourself, hurt yourself, and now you're on 10, or 7 or 8 units of pain, and now, okay, I'll get noticed finally. I don't know if it's a cry for help, or a cry to be seen, a cry to some whatever. But you have to love yourself. You have to treat yourself well. Don't poison yourself. Um, and don't be mad at other people for not, treating you right, and then go poison yourself as a result of that. And I use this example. I've had kids, people, adults talk to me, and they'll say, well, so and so hurt me or did something. I said, well, my answer is always, well, why shouldn't they hurt you? Why shouldn't people take advantage of you? I mean, you walk on the grass and you step on the grass and you don't even think about it. If we build a house and dig a foundation and kill ants and termites and insects that live there, we don't think about that. We bite into apples and bananas and rip apart celery and kill cow. So why shouldn't people hurt you? Don't get yourself in a state where everyone's response to you is bad, and then you just, as a reaction to that, hurt yourself more. That's not good. You have to love yourself. You have to not hurt yourself. You have to not poison yourself. And when you think constantly, oh, what does this other person think of me? Or it's all a lot of illusions and storms in your brain and storms in your head. And it'll kill you, even if it raises your blood pressure and gives you ulcers, gives you headaches, all these harmful things. You got to treat yourself. I think Jordan Peterson said, treat yourself as if you are someone who you are responsible for. And I'm even breaking it down a step farther than that. I'm saying just don't poison yourself. Just like you would not feed poison to your dog or feed poison to someone you love, don't eat poison. There's an old Greek story or something about someone's eating something, they're eating their heart, and it's bitter and it's painful. And he says, why do you eat it? He says, because it's my heart. And they continue on with that misery and poison. And, you know, you want to, you want to make sure every meal you have is a good meal. You're not thinking bad thoughts or giving someone power over you to hurt you. Don't do harmful things to yourself. And this, it's kind of like, maybe it's why I mixed them up on the previous lesson of lesson 48 of don't paint yourself in a corner. The other thing is don't poison yourself. If you are in a relationship with someone and they are toxic to you, and toxic is just another way of poison, don't be around that person. If you have friends, don't be around friends who are poisonous. Don't go see someone who's only going to poison you, is toxic. Don't think toxic thoughts. Don't and you notice these. It doesn't help to say don't do something if you don't recognize what it is. But I've seen athletes I've worked with and they started, oh, I can't catch a football, I can't, and they'll start poisoning themselves and talking themselves into misery. So those are some examples. And you want to think about it. Treat yourself good. A kid will eat candy until he's sick to his stomach. Well, he's poisoned himself. He's not going to die from it. But he's harmed himself in a way. A drunk will drink booze till he drinks too much. Don't. And those are two examples that are maybe said, but don't poison yourself. Take enough of something. Don't do more than is good, beneficial. Don't take so much of something that's harmful. And if something's harmful, whether it's a person putting you down, whether it's a jealous, envious person sabotaging you, or whether you are jealous and envious of someone else and you sabotage yourself. I heard a funny thing I'll share because I thought it was so funny. It said, don't tell anybody your problems. 80% of the people don't care, and 20% of the people are glad you have them. And you have to make sure that you're not poisoning yourself with other people's poison. Avoid them. And then you aren't injecting it saying, oh, he has a bigger car than me, or a bigger house, or a fancier car, or a prettier wife, or these are a lot of things. There's storms in the mind that you could hurt yourself with. So anyway, that's lesson 49. Hope it helps somebody. Take care. Bye.